Ever wondered which sport is the best for betting? It's a question that has crossed the minds of many a sports enthusiast. With the world of sports being as diverse and exciting as it is, the options for betting are seemingly endless. From the fast and furious world of Formula One racing to the strategic, unpredictable nature of chess, the sports betting landscape is vast and varied. Sports betting is more than just a game of chance. It's a thrilling blend of knowledge, strategy, and luck that has captivated audiences worldwide. It's not just about picking a winner, it's about understanding the game, analyzing the odds, and making informed decisions. Every sport has its unique charm, its own set of challenges, and its own potential for big wins. But what makes a sport potentially profitable for betting? A few factors come into play here. First, there's the betting odds. These numbers are crucial in determining potential payouts. The higher the odds, the higher your potential return. But remember, high odds also mean a lower probability of winning. It's a balancing act between risk and reward. Next, we have market availability. The more markets a sport has, the more opportunities you have to place a bet. Some sports offer a plethora of betting markets, from simple win-lose bets to more complex prop bets like predicting the exact score or the number of fouls. More markets mean more possibilities and potentially more ways to win. Finally, there's the potential return. This is the big one, the factor that can turn a small stake into a hefty payout. The potential return is determined by the odds and your stake. The higher the odds and the bigger your stake, the larger your potential return. But which sport offers the best odds, the highest potential returns, and the most markets? Let's delve into the facts and figures. As we navigate this betting conundrum, keep your wits about you. Because the world of sports betting is a game where knowledge and strategy can make all the difference. The first factor to consider is the betting odds. Now, betting odds, for those who may not be familiar, are essentially the probability of an event occurring within a particular sport. These odds are set by bookmakers, and they are what determine the potential payout of your wager. Let's dive a little deeper. Imagine a boxing match between two opponents. The odds of one boxer winning might be set at 3-1. This means that for every 1 unit you bet, you could win 3 if that boxer emerges victorious. But it's important to remember that these odds also reflect the bookmaker's perception of that boxer's chances of winning. The lower the odds, the higher the perceived likelihood of success. Now, betting odds can vary greatly from sport to sport. For instance, in sports like basketball or football, where the outcomes are typically binary, one team wins, the other loses, the odds are generally more straightforward. On the other hand, in sports like horse racing, where there are numerous competitors in a single race, the odds can be significantly more complex and the potential payouts, consequently, much larger. So, which sports offer the best odds? Well, that's a bit of a trick question. It's not necessarily about which sport offers the best odds, but more about understanding the sport and the factors that can influence the outcome. A sport like tennis, for example, where individual performance is the key determinant, might offer better odds if you have an in-depth understanding of the players and their form. However, in a sport like football, where team dynamics and external factors like weather and venue can significantly impact the outcome, the odds might be less predictable. But if you have a keen understanding of these dynamics, you could potentially find value in the odds offered. Understanding the odds is only the first step. To make informed bets, you also need to consider the availability of betting markets. So, as we dive deeper into the world of sports betting, remember that knowledge is power. The more you know about the sport, the players, and the circumstances, the better your chances of making a winning bet. The more markets available, the more opportunities you have to place a winning bet. This phrase really captures the essence of what we're diving into today. So, what exactly are betting markets? Well, in the simplest terms, a betting market is a category of bets that are related to a specific event. For instance, in a football game, these markets might include bets on the match winner, the number of goals scored, or the player who scores the first goal. Now, the number of available markets can vary widely from sport to sport. And this is where things get interesting, because the number of markets directly impacts your betting opportunities. Think about it. If you're betting on a sport with only a handful of markets, your options are limited. But if you're betting on a sport with a wide range of markets, well, your opportunities to find a winning bet skyrocket. Let's take football as an example again. It's a sport that offers a plethora of markets. You can bet on everything from the outcome of a single match to the top scorer of a season. And why is that? Well, it mainly has to do with the sport's popularity and complexity. Football is followed by millions of people worldwide, which naturally leads to a high demand for diverse betting opportunities. And the complexity of the game, with its many variables and potential outcomes, allows for a wide array of betting markets. On the other hand, a sport like tennis, while still popular, might not offer as many markets. The structure of the game is more straightforward, and therefore, the betting possibilities are fewer. But here's the key takeaway. The more markets a sport offers, the more angles you have to analyze, and the better your chances are of finding a value bet. So, while it's crucial to understand the odds and do your homework, don't underestimate the power of market availability. While odds and markets are important, potential returns can be the deciding factor for many bettors. So stick around as we delve deeper into that in the next scene. Potential returns can be a game changer when choosing a sport to bet on. Now let's dive into the world of potential returns. What are they, how are they calculated, and how do they vary between sports? Potential returns in a nutshell are the possible winnings from a successful bet. They are calculated based on the odds offered by the bookmaker and the amount you're willing to wager. Imagine it as a seesaw. The lower the odds, the lower the risk, but also the lower the potential returns. On the flip side, higher odds mean higher risk, but with the tantalizing promise of high returns. Now this is where it gets interesting. Different sports offer different potential returns. This is due to a multitude of factors like the nature of the sport, the number of outcomes, and the predictability of results. Take football for instance. With only 3 possible outcomes, a win, a loss, or a draw, the odds are generally lower, translating into lower potential returns. However, with its popularity and the sheer volume of games, it offers numerous betting opportunities. On the other end of the spectrum are sports like horse racing and boxing. These are high-stakes games where the odds can be astronomical, especially when betting on underdogs. A single successful bet can yield significant returns. But remember, with high returns comes high risk. Golf and tennis, with their large fields and multiple rounds, also offer high potential returns. However, these sports require a deep understanding of the game and the players, making them more suited for seasoned bettors. So why are these sports particularly lucrative? Well, it boils down to the unpredictability of results and the sheer number of variables involved. The more unpredictable the outcome, the higher the odds, and consequently, the higher the potential returns. But remember, betting is not just about chasing the highest returns. It's a balance between understanding the sport, assessing the risk, and making informed decisions. Always bet responsibly, and remember that the thrill of the game should be just as exciting as the potential payout. Now that we've tackled the main factors, let's summarize what we've learned. So, which sport reigns supreme in the world of betting? Let's recap what we've learned so far. We've discussed the intricacies of the betting conundrum, analyzed the odds, explored the market availability, and chased the potential returns. All of these factors are crucial when choosing a sport to place your bet on. Betting odds are the cornerstone of the betting world. They provide you with an understanding of the probability of a particular outcome and determine your potential winnings. Making sense of these numbers is like decoding a secret language, a language that can lead you to make informed decisions. Market availability is another significant factor. The more markets a sport offers, the more opportunities you have to place winning bets. It's like a buffet of choices. The more dishes there are, the higher the chance you'll find something to your liking, and of course, potential returns. This is the cherry on top, the real reason why we're all here. The thrill of a win and the prospect of a hefty return is what keeps us coming back. Now let's get to the meat of the matter. Drum roll, please. The sport that statistically offers the best opportunities for winning bets is football. Yes, you heard it right. The beautiful game, with its wide range of markets and generally predictable outcomes, reigns supreme in the betting world. Whether it's the Premier League, the Champions League, or the World Cup, football provides countless opportunities for those willing to learn and understand the game. But let's not forget, while statistics can guide us, they don't guarantee a win. Every bet is a gamble, and every sport has its unpredictable moments. That's what makes betting so exhilarating, and at times, so heart-wrenching. So there you have it, the sport that statistically gives you the best shot at making a winning bet. But remember, no matter the sport, betting always involves risk and should be done responsibly.